Hi, I'm former MLB player Jermaine Curtis, and today what we're going to be talking about is coming around the baseball, hitting ground balls, and one thing that I've been seeing a lot with young hitters that tend to come around the baseball. So here's one of my newest students in my online program, and I want to share this with you because it's something that I see a lot with young hitters. And as you can see, he does really well with the fundamentals. He gathers, he gets his foot down early, a very simple and repeatable swing. But what you'll see is that he gets into this launch position. His bat isn't the way I would like it. We're gonna fix that. But he gets into this launch position and he keeps going forward. Look at his head. See how everything keeps going forward? And then he starts pulling with his body, and this forces him to work around the baseball because there's nowhere else to go. The only way he can go is to start rotating, and this is why his head's not on the ball and he's basically on top of everything because he's putting so much weight on that front leg, that front foot. So we've been working on that. I gave him a set of drills and different things because if he doesn't fix this, then he's going to continue to just come around the baseball. And you can see it right now. Look at this position. He's very disconnected. His hips are already starting to fly. His hands are back, dragging, and the bat is way back there, and his hips are already flew open. So the bat's still back here, and his hips are flown open, so he can't get the bat head out front. And if he can, he has to be super early, and that's going to turn into ground balls to third base or rolling over, foul balls, or just swinging and missing pitches because anything on the outside pitch, he can't touch it because everything's flown open. So we've been working on this, getting him connected to his backside and keeping him closed and working inside of his body. And just to give you an example, let me give you an example of Mookie Betts, just because I have this video right here and I'm gonna bring it up right now. And as you can see, Mookie gets that front foot down, not completely down, but look, he's pretty much in a similar position, and we're going to bring up both of them. We're going to bring up Mookie and my player. We're going to put it side by side, and you're going to be seeing the difference. There's a difference. The lower half is pretty much working the same, but right here, this is where you see the major difference. But Mookie gets his front foot down, okay? And look how he starts working inside of his body, starts pulling inside of here and not going around, okay? And so this is what we're going to be focusing on with my player. Is first we're getting him to be balanced, to get him his head in between his lower half and he stays back, and then get him to start pulling and working inside of his body instead of working around his body. If you're working around your body and you're pulling with your body to try to hit the baseball, you're definitely going to come around and you're going to topspin balls, you're going to roll over, you're going to hit balls that are foul. But if you start working inside your body, just like what Mookie did, where he's pulling inside here and his shoulders are still square to the pitcher and his hips are still closed, and then his elbow and his top hand starts to connect with his backside, and then that window gives him a window. They're all working together. It's all working together. There's just like the batting dance. They're just dancing together. They're in sync with his backside and his back elbow, and then boom, they're connected. And now, since he has a little window with his back elbow, and allowing his hands to, basically get out front, he's able to drive that baseball. And that's where damage is done. Okay, so now I'm going to bring up the film of both of them together, and we're going to look at it together. Okay, so we put both of them together. We're going to start over here with my player on the left hand side. And what we're going to do is we're going to stop him when he gets about right here. His front foot hasn't hit the ground yet, okay? And he's getting into that launch position. Now we're going to do the same thing with Mookie, okay? So his front foot hasn't hit the ground yet, and you got some similar positions here. They both did a great job to get to this position. You have the front shoulder down on both of them. You have their lower half pretty much working very similar, and they both did a great job. But here's where the problem occurs, okay? If we go back to my player, we'll see, you see how now that front foot has hit the ground, okay? We're gonna go over here with Mookie. Look how his front foot has hit the ground. Their body positioning is pretty similar, except where their hands are, okay? And that's the next thing we're gonna fix. We're gonna fix, right now we're fixing him staying back. The next thing we're going to fix is this bat angle, because the bat here starts wrapping around his head, and since it starts wrapping around his head, this allows him, or forces him I should say, to come around the baseball, as opposed to right here where all he needs to do is just drop into the slot inside of his body and hit the ball out front, okay? And you'll see this right here. Well, he still keeps going, and then he keeps going forward, and you see that he's still pushing forward with his head and in his body, and then he's pulling with his body, and the bat is still way back here, very disconnected. Look at his lower half, look at his hips are already turning open, his hands are back, he's got that arm bar going on, and this is going to force him to come around the baseball, and he won't be able to hit an outside pitch, and he'll just start rolling over balls because of this situation, okay? So right here, this is a big issue I'm seeing with a lot of players, is that they're not staying back, and you need to start staying back and then let your hands work inside your body. And when you do that, this will create a window for you, and it'll allow your hands to hit the baseball out front, and that's when damage is done. Right here, he hit it out front. Ball is at his front foot. The point of contact's at his front foot, or slightly a little bit forward, or if it's a little bit back right here, he would have still driven this ball. But this is how you hammer baseballs, but you're working inside your body right here, working inside your body, okay? So that's the first thing you want to do. And then two, we're going to work his bat. It's starting to go around his head, and that's a no-go, because once it starts doing that, then you're going to come around the baseball as well. So one problem at a time, you fix those problems, and then you go on to the next problem, you fix that, and then you keep fixing those problems, and then you build a very, very elite and powerful swing that takes your game to another level. Okay, so now let me show you what he's looking like right now. So I know this is not the best view, but this is what you'll see right now of what he's working on. Look how he gets that front foot down. The bat still isn't the way I would like it. It's still kind of wrapping, but again, we're not even focusing on that issue right now. What we're focusing on is him staying back, getting his head centered in between his body where he's balanced. He's in a powerful position where he's using his lower half, and better yet, he's starting to work inside of his body. Look how this gets connected, and this allows him to hit the baseball out front. Again, the same point of contact with Mookie at his front foot. His head is on the ball, and good things are going to start happening for this kid, because he's starting to work the right way. He's working the correct way to hit line drives, to drive the baseball. We have a lot of things to work on, but this is progress, and I wanted to share it with you for people that are out there who may be having this issue where you're coming around the baseball, you're rolling over, and you have no idea why. Check to see if you're moving forward too much on that front foot. This could be a major issue on why that's happening, because the lower half is like the foundation of a home. If the foundation is rocky, the home comes crashing down. In other words, if your lower half is not in the right place, if it's not balanced, if it's not strong, if it's weak, then your swing won't even work. It doesn't even matter how many swings you take, it will not work. because the lower half is the foundation. And if the foundation gets all unrocky, which you see in him where he was pushing too much forward on his front foot, then the swing won't even play. So that's the first thing we need to fix, is our lower half when we're creating these swing changes. We start with the ground up. You start with the lower half, you work on that, then you start working on, the other stuff, the swing and, all that other good stuff. So we're going to build him a elite, powerful swing, and he's in my coaching program. If you're interested in that, all you have to do is email officialjermainecurtis@gmail.com. and we'll get you going. It's a monthly service, but I'm telling you, we're going to over deliver for you to get you and build you an elite swing to hit more consistently and to hit for more power. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely email me. This kid is well on his way to building a powerful and elite swing, and you're going to see the results as I will update you guys. Okay, so with that said, thank you guys so much. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.